This is Jonah Hex and his horse. That's a regular McFarlane version from DC Multiverse. That's not the deluxe version. It's Jonah Hex, a classic Western character from the 1970s from DC Comics, and some random horse. I thought they were always white, but this one seems to be brown. I don't know. So let's look at this action figure much closer. He's wearing jeans and stuff, and a lot of soft good. Now the horse is not the best. I've seen better horses. I've ordered better horses, but what can we do? This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin. Affiliate since 2002. Like and subscribe. Alright, so this is the DC Multiverse Jonah Hex action figure. So it's a horse and Jonah himself, classic Western character from DC Comics. Well, I'm gonna review the horse first because the horse is obviously the weakest part of this set. But I got it on special, which is why I bought it. But there are better 6-inch, 7-inch, or 110, 112 horses around. This would not be the best 112, 110 horse that you can get. It's actually probably one of the worst one. Look at those scrawny little legs here. Look at how the joints just show up here. It's not nice. The plastic in the head is not even the same one as the body. At least if there were some spots on the horse, right? It would look more natural for the brown here to not match. But that's not the case. So it doesn't look good at all. You can't even open the horse's mouth. And the head kind of moves, but it's weird and you feel like you're gonna break the head if you move it too much. Although the neck does move, but there's a ratchet, so it feels very toyetic. It feels like a Fisher-Price toy as opposed to a deluxe action figure. And the sculpt itself, the skin of the horse is so smooth compared to other animals that we've seen from other lines recently, where they mimic the fur texture. Except for the hair, there's no texture to this horse. He looks very plain. Now I know McFarlane has been reusing this horse often, but maybe they should try a different one. Unlike other companies, McFarlane does reuse some of the sculpt for different lines. You would never see this with Hasbro. If a horse was designed for Hasbro Marvel Legend, you wouldn't see it in G.I. Joe later. But with McFarlane, it seems that it's okay to do that. So that's the horse so far. I don't like it. Well, the ear, be careful, they're very pointy. Poke an eye out from a kid with that. This is so cheap. Look at this. This is cheap. This is cheap. Guess you can move the head just a bit, but not that much. There's not even a side to side with the head, so no attitude. The legs, they're too skinny, and they cannot spread apart too much here, which means that all of the weight is on the hind legs, on here. All of the weight is there, so this, if it were to fall, it would break. Not a good thing. The back legs, the hind legs, are a bit more sturdier, but not that much. And it's very difficult to find the perfect balance, so the figure will balance on all four legs. It always wobbles just a bit. Not good. But can you make him look nice and classy and have him stand on 3 legs? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But this thing here, well, you can rotate this, but I'm so afraid it's gonna break that I don't even want to try. and if you don't put the right support, it's gonna fall. The saddle is the good part. It's a lot of details, a lot of layers on top of one another. So it's a layered system. It's all glued together. And there's backpack, there's stuff, a lot of equipment that he can carry with him. You can even carry one of the weapons, his rifle. Here, shotgun I should say. So the saddle is made of rubber, like plastic. It's very good. This is the good part of this figure, the saddle. But it doesn't save the figure from looking so cheap, so plasticky. Not very good. The saving grace of this set is obviously Jonah Hex, classic DC character. I believe he reuses some parts from other figures from the McFarlane line. Let's put the horse on the side. So, well, here you go, Mr. Horse. Well, without good balance, Mr. Horse is gonna fall. So, Jonah Hex. Soft good coat overall. And tons of weapons. Hatchet, sword, and 2 shotguns here. If you want to make him to the classic Western shot. Now, there's only one set of hands, I believe. So it's not easy to have him carry this weapon. You'll have to open the hand just a bit. Just like that. There's no peg hole here, so you cannot have him shoot something like that. You can't. What a bummer. Missed opportunity. So there's another shotgun here. It came with 2 belts. I've decided I was going to put both of them, both the handguns belt and the regular belt where he puts his sword and the hatchet. In the back there's also a huge knife, and there's still room to put more of his gear. If you want to put the sword in the back here, or even the hatchet here, you could. So you can store more stuff here. If you have more weapons, you can put them here. If you remove the coat, I'm not going to remove it entirely, I just want to show how it looks. Just basic gray. The usual McFarlane articulation with the weird shoulder butterfly and some kind of texture on the shirt. Let's look at Jonah Hex's face. You can see the gritty . You cannot remove the hat, unfortunately. but the head has good articulation, as you can see. So very good side to side. You can look up and down a bit. Ball joint here. Torso twist. A little bit of rotation on the legs here. That's to help him stand on the horse better. You can almost not see it, and it looks like it's part of the jeans design. But he can twist his leg so that it's easier for him to stay on the horse. So I like the way McFarlane does the thigh cuts, because you don't see them very well. It's almost hidden. The knees, double knee articulation, very good. I know this figure has a ton of reuse, but I don't know what part came from what. I believe he's my first Multiverse figure to use this entire build. I don't have anything else that looks like him so far. Can he stand on his own? Well, not well so far. In terms of scale, I find that the head is way too small for the body. I'd like a bigger head. The good thing with Jonah Hex is that you can use him in sci-fi settings or present day setting with other DC characters. So it doesn't really matter, because he's a time traveler. Well, he's traveled across time in the past, in the comics, several adventures with the Justice League and other characters. So you can have him in a group shot with other characters. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't create a problem per se to have Jonah Hex show up somewhere else. Of course, you can fix the belt here. There's a peg. Back the sword. So that's your Jonah Hex. If you want to put him on a horse, maybe I should give more stability to the horse now. He'll sit well. And although you can put the feet in the saddle here, they don't stay well. Now the horse is very tall. Much taller than a regular horse. Most horses would be a bit shorter than that. They would probably reach just above about 6 feet. This one is much taller than that. Guess that's what DC wanted. Well, McFarlane. So this is Jonah Hex on his horse. I like the set. The horse looks very cheap, and I'll be getting a better horse from Mythic Legion in a few months. And I can't wait to compare the two of them because I'll use that Mythic Legion horse with probably my Phantom action figure. This is Hervé from Comic Book Bin, filling you in since 2002. Like and subscribe.